How's everyone doing tonight? Got Zychronics here with me. We are going to be doing terrible, terrible things to the game and to everyone who is about to play it. Yeah, Chocolate knows what's going on. Not ready to be subjected to the mind of Zychronics. At least Ink's ready. So tonight we are going to be, as the title and thumbnail suggest, we're going to be working on the enemy AI, maybe some stuff for Hell mode. We're going to be digging into some of the scripts and whatnot. Hey Dime, what's up? What's up, Morpheus? What's up? Yao, I think is how you said you pronounce your name. Sorry if I got that wrong. What's up, Icarus? Yeah, Ink's seen some stuff. Ink was my pull request monkey for a while, so he had to review all of my code. So where are we at right now?
Yeah, where are we starting? There is too many options.
That's a good question. I think we should start with some brainstorming. Come up with some great ideas for some new enemies. Zychronics is quiet. Crank that up a little bit. I've got my mic in a slightly better spot this time, so I might sound louder than usual. You want to try talking now, Zychronics? I got you turned up by 3 or 4 decibels.
Testing.
Still looking a little quiet. Try that.
Testing.
Is that better? Angelo, so you may have seen what Icarus is working on already. Icarus was working on the Guitar Hero / DDR mod. We've got a couple of videos of that up on the channel now. He is working on a new top secret project though, so keep your eyes out for that. Much better. Okay, all right. We are good on the volume levels now. So yeah, it's been has it been 2 weeks or 3 weeks since we did a dev stream? I've been feeling pretty tired, pretty burnt out for the past couple of weeks. So yeah, haven't been doing a whole lot, but we're back at it now. The past couple of days we've closed like 15 tickets, so we're getting the severed train back on the rails. Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to be back. Feeling a lot better now. Not that you keep track, yeah, I bet. So we
there's a stream every week. Drew has been streaming some interesting stuff.
True, yeah, I haven't actually caught any of Drew's recent. Unfortunately, I've been so busy. Unfortunately, I do have to do real person work every once in a while to afford the roof over my head, etc. But yeah, just finished up big stuff, so I've got a lot less on my plate. We're getting into the kind of mid-springtime now, so it will be time to start working on the garden and stuff like that here soon, but that's sort of it's nice to have something to do outside rather than just everything being like, sitting at the computer and writing code all day long. I definitely like working on the garden a lot better than regular work, to say the least. So Zychronics, What do you think? Do you
Yeah,
think we should do a little bit of brainstorming with the chat to come up with some AI mod ideas?
that also works. Yes.
And sorry, these headphones will not stay in my ears. I tried using my regular headphones, but oh, it didn't well for me. I don't know why. Usually they stay in fine. We did a
I
little
think
bit of sorry, go ahead.
no. I was just about to say. I think we should start off with maybe an idea too that we're uh wow, English. I can't English today. Like I'll start off with one. So like the Magician Faust now casts
Mhm.
Psych Bomb. That was
Mission
one of the
Faust, Psych
things I
Bomb.
came up with. Yeah, and that
Good
should be
start.
fairly easy to do.
Good start. What's up, War
What
Dog?
else was? Yeah. What else
So
was?
my idea is that every turn that you are fighting Grand Jewel, a random character's level goes down permanently by 1 level. What's everybody think of that? Personally, I think that it. Uh, oh, you had another one earlier today. The vampire Kiwis. Instead of just sucking HP, they suck max health, and when they do, it makes them bigger.
Yeah, that should be fairly easy to do, right? It's just what's the size now? It's just a vector now, right?
Yeah,
Or it was always a vector, right? It's just in the old Dramod, it was just a 2 byte number that I changed.
yeah. It is just a vector. Very, very easy to change. Anybody in the stream have some brilliant, brilliant ideas? By the way, how's the music level? It's not too loud, is it? Remove the threshold requirements for the special abilities on enemies so that they use them at any amount of hit points. Yeah, actually, funny thing about that, I was fighting a plague rat the other day, doing some testing. I can't remember. This might have actually been on stream the last time we did it, but I had set the plague rat's hit points up to like an obscenely high amount. I had no idea they had a secondary attack because I don't think it's even possible to not one-shot them. But yeah, they have a low hit point attack. Do you remember what it's called, Zychronics?
Chisel, I think. But that might
Something
be
like
from the
that.
Berserker Mouse. Or maybe they share the same name and I'm just.
Or Berserk Most, I think. I don't remember which one it was. Whatever encounter
Yeah.
number 0 is.
Okay, then that was the Berserker Mouse.
Right, yeah.
Because the Plague Rat is the yellow one.
Right. I always confuse the two. Pretty much the same enemy. So yeah, where do you want to start, Zychronics? Want to start with making Faust even terribler?
That, or we can unlock Kamui. There's a attack in the Japanese version that isn't in the attack table for the North American version.
Right.
So that might be fun to do first, and then we can make Faust horrible.
Yeah, that would be a good first start here. Let's look up his ID here. Documents. Oh, actually, I guess this isn't gonna give me the, this is only gonna give me the encounter number, not the actual, enemy ID. Would you be able to grab that for me, Zycronix?
343.
343. That's the, monster ID?
I
Or
hope
the...
so. Yeah, that's the monster ID 343. Then when you're looking at the file ID, I think there's code to add +1 to the enemy ID.
Yeah.
So the actual file is 344.
Should be one. So we are going to be open up the script decompiler. Yeah, Matt, that is a big one. Because the way that it is right now is kind of silly. This counterattack doesn't really do much damage. If you're aware of that mechanic, then it's kind of makes it pretty trivial. Yeah, the question is, do I remember the flags for running? Right one? Yeah, this is... Alright, so we're just gonna drop it right into the directory there. I think it's dash I, or maybe it's I. No, D. I'm just going to run it and we're gonna look at the... Yeah, okay. (44-0 344.x). Let's see if this one... Yep, this one files fine. And now here is our script. Do you have any idea where in the script it is, Zycronix?
No clue.
Not even? Quite a bit of undecompiled code here, so it looks like there is stuff that might be unused, or maybe it might be something that the compiler isn't able to detect through the... Didn't find any indeterminate parameters, which is good. Thank you for the super chat, Schwabe. Really appreciate it. Enemies who have an elemental attack could be weighted towards use on a party member of the opposite element. Fun fact, Garrett, that is actually a retail behavior that we did not know about until we actually started decompiling this first. Actually, sorry, that's not entirely true. It's not just elemental attacks, but enemies of the opposite element specifically will have, I think, a 33% higher chance of attacking character of the opposite element. So it's not quite what you said. It's the enemy element, not the elemental attack. But yeah, that would be a pretty good idea too. Thanks, Icarus, we will. We need to figure out where the heck the attack table. Fortunately, this isn't a massive script, but it is also not small. Let's just pop to the first entry point here. That's probably a good place to start. So this should have the main loop for the Kamui's logic. We had some other fun ideas this morning for some enemies. We're thinking every time that a rainbow bird attacks you, it randomly flips a bit in your save file. Who knows what's going to happen? Could bump you up to level 60. Could corrupt your save. Zai, what was your fix for the what was your fix for this in Dramod?
Oh, there is a specific location in the battle entity where you can change what move the monster is doing just by freezing the value.
Okay, so you
trying to
didn't
figure
modify the actual script code in memory. You actually forced the move.
How did how did you and Zamboni figure out the vampire Kiwi script? Because I'm pretty sure blood sucking is an ability that would be changed by, or available to be changed in the battle entity.
What we did was just we went through line by line and figured out what it was all doing. I'm gonna guess this is the move table here. Although that's only two different things. How many moves does Kamui have in US?
The wind attack when it jumps on the tree, the bite, the howl.
So there is more than two. Chris says Control F.
This is on the wing dash, so I can be forced to map all of these things out.
That is... setting something is dead. Okay, so these four instances. Let's see here. They're basically the same. Loading something into this slot. Nope, they have different entry points. That's two different attacks. Are you saying that what we're looking at here is two different attacks? There's a bit of a delay on the stream, so like these two things here. Yeah, this is loading into two different entry points. Now this is entry point 0. Should be the first one. Okay, so Icarus is saying that this is very likely the different attacks. Oh, look at this. Okay. So these three different things here with a bit of undecompiled code in the middle. I'm guessing this is actually 0, 1, 2, and 3. You can see there's a 2 parameter here.
I wonder if you just change all of them. I'm going to see if I can find the ID at the attack. I think.
So
I have some
what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to delete that undecompiled code. I'm going to copy and paste this, and we're going to make that a 2. Now, there is a chance this could not work. I think it's going to work because all the entry points should be filed. I'm going to give that jump 3. We're going to backtrack here. And I guess let's just change 2 of these to be that attack. And let's try filing it. Oops. Filed. Pause the music. Running the game. Good call on checking if entry point 2 exists. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, it does. Like 15 or 16 of them. Counter 418. Want to use a save that's too late and we just one-shot him. We also don't want to be super weak or really on level when we're testing things. So one of the things that I actually just got working earlier today is the battle transition. So that has returned. Looking very nice in 60 frames per second.
Oh, I have not seen this yet.
We'll just do some guarding here. I don't actually know what this attack is supposed to look like, Zychronics.
No, it's that.
Okay. Well, there we go.
That was quick.
It was very quick. Go team.
But then why can't it decompile that portion? I wonder why.
Oh, it can decompile it. It's just that it's not referenced.
Oh.
The script decompiler will only discover branches that are actually taken. That was one of the big improvements to the new script decompiler. The old one would just decompile anything that looked vaguely like script code, and that would a lot of the times that would make it get like misaligned with the actual code, and it would start decompiling garbage or it would miss stuff, and it just wasn't very good. The new one actually will follow the code as best as it can. That way, you know, like if it sees, it starts at the entry points, and it'll follow the code through to the different jump instructions and things like that. That way, it can be very certain that what it is decompiling is actually code. and it works much, much better.
That's quite good to know. I'm assuming Foss might be just as fast.
Probably. Does he only use his howl when you get him down a little bit lower?
Not too sure. I think you might need to attack.
Oh, he's doing, yeah, here he's doing it right now. So, I guess our question here is how often do we want him to use that attack?
Probably not too often. It's actually weaker than the bite for some reason.
Because right now I think I've got him using it 2 out of 6 times. Although he actually hasn't used it in quite a while.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, speak of the devil. I mean, it doesn't seem too bad. The frequency it's at now. I mean, I could set the turn value.
Maybe every time the purple sphere, I don't know what to call it. Every time the purple attack happens, you can give it extra turn meter.
Okay, now he's just howling. We can also extend the table rather than replacing other entries. Like, we're modding scripts here, so we're not where we can actually like change table sizes and stuff.
If only the special boss monsters had the access to guard. I mean, we can add that in eventually, right? So.
Oh yeah. Okay, seriously? Chocolate, what you're seeing there is actually the HP bar for the tree in behind him. We've still got a little bit of work to do on making it so those don't happen.
Wait, so if you go into a boss battle, you'll just have 5 bars sitting there then? Or 4?
They are not displayed if the character isn't visible. Alright, so what do you think about how often he's using these attacks at Chronix?
Yeah, I think it's fine. It's a good amount.
Yeah.
Just that purple attack should do something more because it's very weak for some reason. Can you change the damage of monster attacks into script? I forgot if that was in the script or somewhere else.
Um, it's probably in the def.
That's not fun. I was hoping it would be easy to just change something from 100 to 200% damage.
So yeah, so what I did here is I replaced two of these instances of attack 0 with attack 2. The question is if that's what we want to do, or if we want to make this table bigger and add more attacks. You can see here, it's just picking a random value between 0 and 6. Well, 0 and 5 because the 6 is exclusive. We could just extend this table, increase this number, and make him have more attack slots if we wanted to balance that a little bit differently. Um, or, we can just leave it like this.
Wait, how many attacks are there? I thought there
So
was.
there's 6 slots in the table. There's two in right now there's 2 instances of 0, 2 instances of 1, and 2 instances of 2. His third attack seems to actually be a special case. Um, See, it's not part of this jump table. It has its own label. So let's take a look at how that happens. Um, so it increments this variable, and if that value is less than or equal to 2, down there, hmm, I need to go back to that. Which label was that? Label 211. Okay, so this one here. Okay, so it is this condition that makes him use, that decides if he's gonna howl or not. So if bit 1 of this game var is unset, okay, so if bit 1 of this game var is set, then he will have the chance to use the howl. So where does that get set? Okay, so we've got a random value between 0 and 99. If it is greater than 30, greater than or equal to 30, then so it looks like there's a 30% chance of him being primed to use that howl. Hmm. Entry point 3. So entry point 3 was his howl attack. There's- This is probably not worth looking into too closely right now, but the Howl attack has some special conditions that make it run. It's not just a standard move.
If I'm remembering correctly, Kamui can cast fear on the party. So maybe it's that special attack.
Would be. Yeah, it looks like the damage is handled in the def. Whatever def this is loading.
Is it? Does it store what attack it's using, or at least what depth it loaded? Because what Icarus said, there's a special bar number that is used when damage is dealt.
Well, we should just modify it in the script itself rather than doing a hack, right?
Right.
So we just need to figure out how these flags work so we can which def it is. So the flag's 1570. Monster index is the lower short, which is the whole thing. 1570 will be monster index. Monster index is not less than 6. Uh, got two different values here.
Icarus to the rescue, 5244.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I believe this file here will be the script. Rename this to 52441. Move this into here.
But if it is the special attack, that attack does no damage.
Which special
Only
effect
the
or
howl
attack
will
are you
do.
referring to?
The one that causes the status effect. Are we talking about the Windblade Howl thing?
You wanted to increase the damage of the Windblade thing, right?
Oh no, the purple spears that's thrown,
Sorry, that's what I meant.
right? So was that a death or just a
Yeah, it's a death.
okay?
Up LRC, things are going pretty well. We just restored uh, Kamui's attack that was cut from the North American release. That should be entry point 2. So Icarus is saying var 240, 224. Not seeing that being used. What's up, Matthew? How's it going? Now the question is, what part of this is actually doing the damage? It's probably pretty close to the bottom. Interesting that we have a random number. It's giving me something to control F. What are we looking at here, Icarus? Works into player damage handler. Gotcha. Now, would store 8 be the damage for this? Got some of these here. Hmm.
Maybe we should have started with the easier one first.
It'd be nice if we knew what the actual damage values were. Doom, we're looking at one of Kamui's attacks right now. We will 14, 18, take a look. Oh yeah, we're checking the physical hit. Getting the player status here. We re-added the cut attack in the attack that's present in JP but cut from North American release.
You think someone typoed that and they just forgot?
I mean, it's possible.
Same as Zeke's explosion, they accidentally just backspaced the line.
Okay, here we go. We've got some damage. And then special effects. So damage will be in S8. Not really sure what you mean by multi-attack, Doom. Been a few weeks. I'm not used to talking this much. So now I wonder if this is considered the physical attack or magical attack. Looks like if flag 80 is set, then it is considered magic. Okay, hold on here. X, defense, X, damage, 4. This is strange code, Zycronix. Take a look at this. So we get the spell target type. I'm assuming store 30 is going to hold the script index of Kamui. The output's store 8. So this is going to have the target type. If flag hex 80 is set, then we consider that a magic attack. And if flag 80 is not set, we consider it a physical attack. Now here's the weird part. Store 80 is then used as the damage value. How could that be correct?
I'm confused.
Uh, oh, that is an output, so that's fine. Uh, the damage is actually calculated uh, in this formula. I think that's in mod, board mod, or core mod. Yeah, it must be in core mod. Yeah, okay, here's the physical attack damage or attack formula. So that reads the spell ID for the NPC, for the enemy. Right, because the physical damage still uses the spell slot.
Wait, hold on. So then it's just using the spell table and picking a random spell ID and saying, "Oh, this spell ID has 100% damage or whatever. Use this." Is that what it's
Uh,
doing?
yeah. So in this case for physical attacks, it's using this right here. So it'll be whatever spell the spell ID is, and it takes that damage multiplier. Now for the magic attack, what it does is spell ID. Okay, here's something. So var 45 119 is the spell ID that is being used. Okay, so we have these three hits here for that.
Well, that's no fun. I'm just thinking how it would change the damage with Dramod without
This is getting set
breaking or
from
affecting something. Hmm.
that's getting set from store 8. Store 8 is set from outside of this label. Let's see. Ah, okay, so these are spell IDs. So this value immediately before store 8. Um, Chronics, you want to check for me what spell ID 33 is?
Sure. Let's see. Wait, 38 or
33.
33?
32 and 33, actually.
Well, those are two attacks right after the player spells.
Those are two of Kemui's attacks.
So one of them should be doing 0 damage then.
Okay.
And then the other one has. Why did I do this in decimal? 128, so it has one of the flags
Oh,
on.
I was giving you the numbers in decimal.
Oh, no, no. The ID I'm looking at is in decimal, but the actual damage I. See, I'm just looking at the dump for it, which that's in decimal, not hex.
Oh,
Because the damage is based on which bit is turned on, right?
yep. Okay, so another one of his attacks is 78.
78. So that would be in my table. That's another 0 damage one. That doesn't sound right.
And another is 57.
Yeah, that's another 0 damage one. That does make sense.
Okay, so I am positive that that is the spell ID.
Unless 0 just means 100% damage, right? Because if in the method, if you don't have the any of the flags turned on, it just returns back damage, right?
Yep. Yeah, so 1 is an 8 times multiplier, 2 is a 6 times, 4 is a 5 times, 8 is a 4 times, 10 is a 3 times, 20 is a 2 times, 40 is a 1.5, 80 is half, and 0 is just regular damage.
All right, that makes sense then. So only one attack has a different damage multiplier. The rest are all
Okay.
100%. Or the spell ID 32 has 80 in decimal, so I mean hex. 80 in hex. Right, that makes sense then. But that is also not very fun to work around.
Yeah, so I guess we would kind of have to figure out which one the this one.
Which
'Cause
one is which, but
this is
then
under entry point 2. So I'm betting it's 32. So if we pop into here, we say spell stats 32 dot damage multiplier equals 1. That is a final value. I'm just going to remove final modifier for now. This should make it an 8 times multiplier, and we should get a pretty huge amount of damage from that attack. Up, Brandon. Let's see. Stay with this one, but I don't think it really matters. What's up, J-Man? Wait, 418? I think it was 418. These around so we can see the nice battle transition. Alright, now let's see if that attack does a lot more damage. Something broke. Oh, I deleted that file. I was planning on recompiling something and putting it back in there. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, S8 is one of the most commonly used storage registers, the scripts, so it's used for a lot of different things. Yeah, crashed because I did something dumb, i.e. deleting a file. $880 damage. Pretty good. Okay, let's see what happens if 396. That seems like a lot. Half damage that time because I'm guarding now, of course. Alright, use something different. But 612, that's significant. I think this worked. Okay, yeah, that only did 76 damage. So I think it's pretty obvious we applied the 8 times multiplier there, Zachronix. Like, he just did 76 with his bite attack and like 600 and something damage with the spike thing.
Right, it was only doing 50 years. Oh wait, but that was another save, right?
I
Or did
it,
you
I
use
think
the
it was
same?
the same save, but I think just comparing those two attacks, like, it did almost 10 times as much damage. So,
Yeah, that worked. So
we've definitely tracked it down. Actually, like, jot down somewhere that is Kamui's needle attack thing. Anyone who's just joining, there is an attack that Kamui uses in the JP version of the game. For whatever reason, they cut it out of the game when they ported it to North America. So we're just kind of working on restoring that right now. Just kind of testing out the waters for the kind of things that we want to do. So we've taken Kamui's script, we decompiled it, we figured out that the code here was the code for the cut attack. Uh, we rewrote it to work. We added it back to his move table, and what you saw there was him using that cut attack, um, the blue like needle attack. That's normally something that you don't see in the US version of the game. Oh man, I can't stop yawning.
so on to the next disaster, or
Um, yeah, so you jotted that down so that don't forget that. Yeah, what next? What next?
do we want to unlock something else that wasn't there before?
What are you thinking?
Or do we just want to do torture? Um, Zeeg's explosion. He
Cheek
has a voice
explosion?
line, and it's never used because it's
Yeah, we could do that.
yeah. They just
What
left.
you want to find me his enemy number?
Let's see. Um, 387,
387, so it should be script 388.
and this one should be easy. It should just be the magic table that needs to be updated. I think for the magic items, I am editing the scripts.
Okay, we have our assembly. Now
Let
we
me see if
want
I can find his flame shot ID. That should help us.
button. So let's just take a look at entry point 0. Like the Kamui script, then the moveset table should be not far from here. I'm guessing this is it right here. All right, so we've got 5.
We
Look
should
at
definitely
this
see.
Zechronics. It's picking a random number between 0 and 5, but this table is bigger than that.
Wait, hold on. Go back down. 010. I'm
Now,
assuming one of those has to be Red Eye Dragon, then, right?
the question is that actually supposed to be part of that table or not? Okay, so interestingly,
Oh, wait, right
this,
there. Yeah, it's a spell ID, 0x50. That should be his Flame shot?
So this move actually falls down into case 5, but case 6 never used. However, it's the exact same as this. Um, but oh, this is undecompiled code. Okay, this is it right here. This is gotta be it. So we're going
Yeah.
to do a little bit of here. We're going to store this code. We're going to switch this back to 51, which is what that parameter was in the undecompiled code. This will fall down into case 6. So now we need to go back up here. We are going to add 2 new entries, reference our new label, and we're going to expand the move selection to 7 move. File input is going to be, what was the number? 488? 388. We're gonna see if this works. We're gonna see if we just gave Zeeg his explosion spell that he doesn't actually use in retail. Got voice lines for it and everything. This should be pretty interesting. We definitely just gave him something.
Are you passing the game audio to the stream?
But the game audio should be in the stream. Is it not?
I have the stream muted so I can't hear.
Okay, the music is definitely up when I... Maybe I just have Severed Chain very quiet. I not host. Doom says that he can hear the game audio, so we should be good. Alright, 442 is Zeeg. We're gonna see what happens. Have you ever actually seen this attack, Necronix?
Yep, I actually used it in the drama for any leaders. Very hard to overwrite that spell slot. I had to create a separate thread just to do it.
Well, he's doing it. Well, there we go. That was explosion.
It missed.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There's a cut attack that no one except for Dramod users have seen before.
Okay, but no one's seen Foss do side bomb yet.
Not
And we
yet.
need to make sure Kongal is in the party. Make your bets now. How do you make a poll? Will
What a
like a
great
leader
question.
party or something Kongal? If he got hit by Psych Bomb, will it do over the damage cap? That's what I'm wondering.
How do you make a poll?
Wait, I'm a mod. Can't I create a poll? Apparently not.
I mean, I'm Oh, to the right of the chat box, there's a little plus. Can you make a poll there? That's where I can see it.
Plus beside the chat. No, I don't have that.
All right, I will make a poll. Will Psych Bomb against Mongol hit the damage cap? Yes
This is
or
like a
no?
level 30 or something Pongo.
Get your votes in, everyone, because we're gonna start ha- Wait, so the
Oh, I
damage
can't.
cap in retail is 9,999 damage. Uh, I guess we should clarify that, Zychronics, because the damage cap in Severed
Right.
Chains is 999,999,999. And I
Just the
don't think
base
we're gonna hit
damage cap.
that. Okay, are we gonna hit the retail damage cap, not the modified Severed Chains damage cap? All right, what is the enemy number, Psychronics?
Let me see. Let me see.
We're leaning towards yes, 56 to 44.
Oof.
Come on,
I
there's
forgot
more
where
people
he was
watching
from.
than this. Get your votes in.
345 or 346. I'm assuming. Actually, no. I don't want to assume which one's which.
Yeah, let's find that out for sure.
I think the counter ID for the real boss is 421.
Um, yes, it is 421.
So then, which mob ID is it loading? That's the question now.
Yes, smash that like button. Yeah, anybody who isn't subscribed to the channel, if you like what we're doing here, we do this most Wednesdays. We got a few other streams that happen too. Drew is currently doing a playthrough stream. We also release some one-off videos and stuff as well. Various things. We recently put up a showcase of a mod that Icarus made, which is actually a sort of like a DDR slash Guitar Hero mode for Legend of Dragoon. So that was pretty crazy. We got all kinds of stuff like that planned coming up in the future. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to see that. If you're interested in directly supporting me and Severed Chains, there's also a donation link in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. You can do one-off donations. You can also subscribe monthly if you want to get various perks. Got a few different tiers. Did you find the encounter number there, Zychronics?
Oh yeah, 421's the encounter number, but the monster ID, I'm not sure which one's which. I don't know which order they are. It's either 344 or 345.
Okay, that's not
Sorry,
great.
sorry, 345 or 346. Kamui was 344. But can't we just load the encounter ID and then Sever Chains will tell us in the log loadout which one's which? Because it should load 4 instances of Mazo and then one of Lost. I just don't know which one. Right?
Yeah, we should be able to see that. Doom, I don't have any plans on making a higher level language for the scripts. Uh,
Oh, no, it's not this one. This one's the fake one.
um,
The Mazo has to spawn with him, so it's
oh,
420.
right. Right.
Wait, to piggyback off of Dune's technical question, would it be possible if we had our own in-house scripting engine that would basically replace the LOD scripting engine for a script?
I mean, technically, but I don't think that's really worth doing since we can just write things in Java.
Oh yeah, that too. So if we had like a Java-based file, could we theoretically just easily replace, say, this monster script with the Java-based version instead of making a whole new script thing? That's what I meant to say.
That is the idea for sure. We did do a bit of experimentation with that quite a while ago, and I made a semi-functional monster on one of the streams. That was sometime probably, I don't know, early
Oh yeah,
last year or something. That was a
I
while ago.
forgot.
Okay, so we're just going to pop into here. We're going to script manager, get state 11, at index 1. Yeah, to I think we're actually fortunate we didn't actually record.
Okay, this is too complicated. Isn't there a load up where the load Dragoon file thing spit out in the log?
Yeah,
Shouldn't.
I just didn't want to search for it. What were the two numbers?
uh, well, Mazo is 343, so it should have loaded 344, and then boss should be 346 or 347.
I see 345.
Sorry, yeah. Wait, what? Oh,
I'm seeing 343 and 345.
wait. I thought it was enemy ID +1. It would load.
Yes, it is.
Oh wait, my ID list starts at 1. It's not Zambo. It's a Zamboni number script.
Some
Uh,
Zamboni numbers. I forgot about Zamboni numbers.
okay, yeah, it's 345 then.
Okay, so it's 345 is definitely the script.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. Get our filing pants on. Complete. Jump to entry point. House script is different. Isn't unexpected, I guess. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Forrest, by any means. It's mostly a matter of effort versus payoff compared to some of the other things that we have to do. I don't really expect anyone modding Severed Chains. Well, what I should say, once we get more work done in the scripting engine, the idea is that modders won't have to touch, or did I say more work on the scripting engine? More work on the modding API. Um, we don't want modders to really have to touch the script engine because it's very, very complex, as you probably see.
I can read half of this.
You get used to it. I mean, I've spent so much time reading assembly from decompiling games that not that bad. Not great. I would definitely prefer to be reading a higher level language, but it is what it is. I'm wondering if this is move selection, all these comparisons.
I'm wondering if Foss uses item IDs or the deaf versions of the item spells.
What question?
Because for sure, if it's the. We know Foss likes to use burnout, so we should see.
Um, okay, no, hold on
0
here.
54 somewhere.
Sorry, what was that?
We should see 0x54 if it's the deaf version
Okay,
of
I'll check
burnout.
that here in a sec. Okay, so this is actually getting character or monster ID for a specific battle entity. So this is actually, oh, this is checking which
Is it?
characters that you're using.
Oh,
Yeah,
who's
there's
8?
7 of these. I don't know. I think it's Lloyd.
Wait, it literally doesn't check for Shauna and Levitz. 1 and
No,
2 are missing.
it doesn't.
Wow.
So
So
if
people
you
were
went
having an
in
easier time.
if you went in with Shauna or Lavitz, then they would never be selected by whatever this is doing. That's very interesting. Make
It
note of
must
that,
be.
Psychronics.
Yeah, I'll make note of that.
That's kind of funny.
People were having an easier time in Hell mode all this time when they're adding Shauna and Levitz back. I'm so sad.
Yeah, Icarus. So that makes perfect sense. So see, take a look at this line. So Icarus just said that Burnout would be used against Shauna and Lavitz. So the reason for that is, uh, if it finds character ID 0, that's Dart. It jumps to 172. If you follow the flow of code here, you'll see that if none of these are true, then it will actually just run into the Dart block, which is going to make it use the same thing it would use against Dart. Okay, so he doesn't have a move table at all. It seems like he just has code.
There has to be a spell ID or def ID somewhere.
Right, you said
If
54?
Yeah, 54 should be the def version of Burnout, but then the actual version of Burnout is C something.
Yeah, no 54.
Uh, where's the? I have
It
this in hex somewhere. Let me
shouldn't
find it.
C0 should be either too high or too low,
The
depending
hex
what.
version of Burnout is C3.
Really? Yeah,
Maybe that's in there
I do see a
somewhere.
C3. Now let's see if this is called from. Yeah, that okay. This is it. This is
Oh,
it.
and yeah, this was the label that jumped to when it was Dart, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's
So
what we're
it's
gonna
using
do.
item IDs, not
Here is what we are going to do.
uh
Hello? Why
the
are you not
deaf
working? There we
versions of
go.
the spells. So that's good to know.
All right. So, Shauna's ID is 2, right? So we're gonna add new code here. So we're gonna make this target Shauna. And
Oh, I couldn't hear you for like a minute.
oh,
Sorry.
so we are going to add Shauna to the targeting pool. And what is the psych bomb ID?
Oh, okay, your audio isn't coming through Discord.
Um, check
But I
Discord
can
here.
hear you through YouTube. F1 is Psych Bomb.
Yeah, Discord just straight up forgot that I had selected my condenser mic as the microphone. It reverted back to default device. That's neat. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, okay. Talking through the delay was
Yeah, not great. So yes, what is the psych bomb ID?
uh F F1.
F1. All right. So we've added targeting for Shauna here, and we're gonna see what happens. 345. Now we're gonna see if this works. Okay, so I put Kongal in the party, of course. Very important. I'm gonna have to drop Kongal's level down because we did say a level 30 Kongal.
Yeah, I think most people do cost at around 32.
Okay, so anybody who hasn't voted yet, get your vote in. I'm going to close the vote when I start the fight here.
Oh, I know Legend Cast. That's cheating if you had that on.
Oh, of course. This isn't actually my save, so I'm just going to verify that. He has Armor of Legend and Legend Cask. Um, okay, so we're gonna have to use the game state editor to remove those. Give me some equipment IDs to give to him, Zacronix.
Oh no, the Phoenix Plume was fine. Uh,
Oh, actually, I don't need IDs. We use the registry IDs. Did I spell Phoenix right? Phoenix?
I mean, it should give an error if you didn't.
Yeah, it worked. Which equipment slot is body?
Oh, well, Foss doesn't do any normal attacks anyways, right? So, or
True.
physical attacks.
Gonna make sure that took. Okay, so he does have a Phoenix Plume now. What's up, Ninchi? We're doing science. Get your vote in quickly because we're about to fight Faust. You're not too late for the fun. Get your vote in.
I voted no. I think it's going to hit near the cap, but we'll see.
I'll give you another couple of seconds here to, I don't think I saw a vote go in, so. All right. I'm closing the poll. We got 76% on yes, 26% on no. Time for science. By the way, it's Faust doing the attack. We have hacked in Psych Bomb as the counter attack for Shauna attacking him. Hopefully. We'll see if this actually works.
It might. Oh, but China's in the middle slot. I was about to say, like, the camera might focus on China. I think there's some weird flag that determines, like, if it's a single target or if an AOE, the camera will adjust itself correctly. 'Cause before I replace a single target attack,
Okay, well,
what is going on?
Uncle just got one shot. I don't know what that
Oh
attack was that Psych Bomb X?
no, the first attack is always the Foss has 3 stages. So the first stage he does the fire as the opening attack, and then the second stage he does the
We did
icicle.
just crash.
Oh,
Okay, so we must have missed something here.
I wonder if those Foss special attacks have the same damage multiplier as Psych Bomb.
So I
We'll
mean,
find out
I
if
am
he
just
doesn't.
I am just throwing it out here. Um, that first attack would have hit the damage cap. It was over the damage cap. So I'm gonna say that Psych Bomb X probably would have hit the damage cap as well.
You never know. That attack might be 400%, and I think Psych Bomb is 300%. We have yet to find out. We need to fix the crash for science reasons.
I am wondering if okay, so here's the thing. Um, it ran into an invalid script op. That is not good.
What if for now we can just change, like, don't change, like, don't add in the new label for Shanna, just change Dart counter to Psych Bomb and see what that does? Because then we would know it's something's wrong with the recompiling of the script, right?
I
Not
want to
some code
use
that we
I
have
want
to
to use this
introduce.
script and we'll run it again without Shauna and just see if her attack works.
All right.
Well, we'll run it without attacking Shauna.
Yeah, this is always the first attack. I just love all the OpenGL bugs.
I know, right? Okay, so there's something going on here. I'm thinking that unfortunately, uh, there's got to be some yeah, I mean, there's definitely undecompiled code here, but I'm thinking that there must be a branch somewhere that is actually getting run that the script decompiler is not detecting. Now the problem with that is that the when we were recompiling the script, um, all of these relative pointers, uh, take like this for example, where we say go sub label 181. The reason that we use labels is because otherwise we would have to code in raw memory addresses. Like we would actually have to calculate and figure out exactly where the code at label 181 is going to be in the compiled script, and we would have to write that in here. That's just not feasible. So when we recompile the code, since things are getting moved around, the recompiler actually takes these, it assigns addresses to all the different functions, and it replaces that with the address. Now, for code that didn't get decompiled, there could actually be a bunch of memory addresses in here that were not actually that are not actually getting translated into labels. So when this gets recompiled, the stuff that these things point to, it's going to be moved around. So it could be jumping, God knows where, into the middle of a command, into the middle of data, and that's bad. Now the question is, how are we going to fix that? How many different blocks actually? I'm wondering if we should just add in that feature to the recompiler that says this is code, you should decompile it. Let's try and do that real quick here.
Oh, fun side mission.
Yeah. Think of it as a side mission.
Gosh, I wish LOD had more side quests.
Yeah, me too. Although the wedding side quest, top notch.
I always make sure Shanna gets it.
Sentimental.
Yeah, sorry, Marouge, you don't get the bouquet of flowers.
This should actually be true. Optional parameter. Oh, I guess. Call it. Call it. We'll call it branch. Very too low. Now, do we need to say that that is removable? I don't think we do. Closed. Option. Value. So we need to parse these features. Pretty straightforward. I did just realize something a bit unfortunate, though.
Oh, and that is...
How do we know the offset?
Hmm.
Um, did I only comment out the line?
No, you removed it. Because I remember I had to add it back for my version.
Do you still have that code?
Hopefully the branch didn't get deleted. I should have it. Oh no, the hard drive is turning on. I can hear it. There we go.
It might actually.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, that's actually.
GitHub didn't save my local branch, so when I moved to main the other day, it actually just... it's gone.
Couldn't be possible. Are you using the GitHub app?
Yeah, I'm using GitHub Desktop. I started using Git at work, so I actually know the commands now. I still would prefer to use GitHub Desktop. Oh, but I did make a copy of it. But I mean, what you did should just work.
Oh, that's marked as a required option. Marked as a required option because I typed required option. Who would have thought? And I'll check there. Put that in there. If oh, zero. Otherwise, you know. Okay, so we've got line number. This is going to be somewhat annoying, but this. Anything that is data, this code, code, that. I don't think there's too much more after this big block here. Code. You get pretty used to identifying what is and isn't scripts after working on it for this long. As I say that, I have a 0 here.
Are you just looking for certain opcodes or what?
Yeah, I'm basically just looking for things that look like a command header with a bunch of parameters. I'll just anyway, even code. That is probably all by and up. Okay, yeah, so that's 3 words and then code here. Oh, data for sure. Also code. I think there's only maybe one, two more of these blocks. That is data. And let's try this again. Dash I 345 old dash O 345.txt, and then we're going to append all of those branches. See if this actually works. Yeah, looks like it. 44 F4. Yeah. Let's take a look at what that looks like now. Whoops, did not mean to close. No, add plus plus. Lives home, everyone. Seems to have changed. Now, why? Oh, okay. So I think it did find part of that, but then it returned, which stopped it from decompiling anymore. Okay. Unfortunately, the decompiler is too smart and it's detecting the end of branches. So we might have to do this as a bit of an iterative process. Doom Hex 49 is returned. Well, I guess we are just going to do this a few more times and hope that we don't run into too many branches. We can just take a look. We can just look at this and see where some branches are going to end. Uh, I just realized that it'll crash around. Let's turn. X49 is return. That's why you see it so often at the end of a block, because often you need to return from the code that you're running. It is possible that some of these branches would be detected from parsing other branches, but we'll just throw in whatever ones I happen to see here. Through That is data. Data. That. Oh, here is the header. Code into more data, into more code. All right. Let's run it again now. That should be another big chunk. All has wrong number of. Interesting. They are parameters to fall.
Not surprised with the sleeping bag code.
I think Icarus said that it will crash if you comment. So let's take a look at what's going on there. Copy this fire command end of it, so typing it. Yeah, index out of bounds here. So I think fixing this would be as simple as this length instead of the op length. That was definitely. Okay, there we go. Like 162 is a yield, so we are gonna have to do a branch for each of these.
Maybe it's this part of the script where it's boss is taking his sweet time to decide what to do.
It very well could be.
There's always through the purple fireball that he does.
You're asking the wrong person, man. I don't remember anything. Probably no 8. That would be parameters op 30 sub op AD. Yeah, let's try compiling that. Should be after around 234. Yeah, I think it's whatever this stuff is here. We are in pretty good shape now. This is looking a lot better. Er, Chunk here. All data. All data. Relative jumps. Those might be moved. We can probably try recompiling it and running it after this pass and just kind of hope that we got all of the remaining code that's actually used. We'll also have to look into this stuff and figure out where exactly it's missing the calls into these bits of code.
And then the next thing to do would be trying to decompile the Melbu script. Surely that has a lot of stuff that can't be.
Yeah, that would be an interesting one. Okay, again. Good file. Good crash. If it's hitting a branch that that's very strange. Either way, I don't think are good calls, so we safe. Um, we'll just pass in all down here somewhere. Where was that? Could have grabbed it while we were scrolling by. What? 148 also. A 48 specific. 48 with one per. And that took out another chunk. We're getting so close here. Yes. Well as turn. We're real close. I'm just finish this. Great. Have code. All kinds of code. For whatever reason, these still aren't defiling properly, but I'm going to ignore that and hope for the best.
Will the recompiling even work with the line numbers now? Did you also remove
I'm
that code?
fairly certain that I left that in. Okay, it's a good thing that I did just jack that in because this is a relative label. Oh, we're gonna jump back to the entry points, and we're gonna just redo what we did and see if it works. What was that item ID again, Zycronix?
Have one?
One, that's what I was thinking. Hopefully that's right. I think that's the only thing that needs to change there. Recompile the script. Oh, dash I 345.txt dash O 345. Yeah, it's not liking the line numbers. Okay, so we will just remove that, redecompile. Oops, there, copy. Hopefully this will work. It did not work. It is because it found that extra parameter, I think. Uh, Crap. What was that parameter? Or what was that method call? Icarus, I don't suppose you remember what that method call was that had too many parameters. I'm just gonna add that exception back in so we can see what it was. Script item magic attack. Passing 5 parameters here. What is store 10? Store 10 is the character or battle int. Basically, character ID. I guess maybe that was just a parameter that they used to have to pass there. Anyway, we should be able to recompile now. We definitely need to make it handle passing extra parameters more gracefully than that. Okay. Now, finally, for the moment of truth.
All that work for science.
All that work, science. All that work to watch Kongal get absolutely obliterated.
I think we might need to edit Knuckles' HP first so he can survive the first attack.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Alright, so equipment. We need to give him Phoenix Plume. So he doesn't have an unfair advantage to getting absolutely blasted. Set his level down to 30, because that was the deal. Okay, it's level 30. We are starting the Faust encounter.
I want to see someone do this battle at like level 25.
Anybody who is just getting here, we have a poll to see who thinks that Faust using Psych Bomb against Kongal will hit the damage cap or surpass the damage cap, because you can do that in Zebra Chain. We had 76% say yes, 23% say no. We are about to find out. So first off, Kongal got absolutely wrecked. So we're gonna add a couple extra zeros to his hit points. I'm going to set his max up as well, just to... So if we attack with Shauna, I have added a counter attack where he will use Psych Bomb X. So first he's going to use his, whatever this attack is. Now I'm going to pause, and we're going to set Congo back to his max hit points.
And pray it works.
Yes. And pray that we don't crash again. We should be seeing a Psych Bomb X happen here. That sure is the Psych Bomb X.
That sure is a burnout. Did you...
Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah.
We
There we go.
okay.
Because you
So
recompiled it for, I mean, re-decompiled it for the item magic attack, right?
I sure did. So I blew away those changes that I made, so we'll just quickly remake those changes. Back. Start target. Back. That would be F1 for Psych Bomb X. I think we're good here. In 5.text out 345. Now time for an even truthier, hopefully.
Oh, set Kongo's max HP to 21,159.
21,159. Is that exactly enough to
The first two attacks. Yeah. The
okay.
first attack was the retail damage cap.
Onward 30. 30. Now we start the fight. What did you say his hit points should be?
21,159.
21,115. I guess it doesn't really matter as long as he can tank the hit.
As long as he dies. We'll know. If he dies, then the yeses are right. If he doesn't, the no's are right.
All right. Attempt number 3. Feels like a lot more than 3 attempts since we've been working on this for quite a while, but let's see what happens. Here goes nothing. Yeah, so we don't have the Psych Bomb X effect working yet, but that is Psych Bomb X. Oh,
Eventually,
37,200. Yeah, I would say that that surpassed the retail 9,999 damage cap. The
Damn,
believers
okay, so
win.
I was wrong. Okay.
You were not only wrong, you were wrong by like 3.5 times. All right. That was more than I expected.
If it went over, I was expecting maybe like 16,000 because if it's only like a third more, right? Or something. But then I guess that attack is 100% damage. The fireball, or maybe
Well,
it's some weird percentage. I have no clue. I would need to dig into the script now that we can decompile it properly.
was that all worth it for a poll? I don't have the answer to that question. That's up for you. But I mean, we just developed something that's going to be very important for decompiling scripts. That was a big issue that Icarus has been having with the script decompiler. Um, it uses a lot of heuristics to find code. It follows the code branches um, in order to detect what is and isn't code, and it is very possible for it to not be able to actually tell that something is code, even though it is, and it's being used by the script engine. So we end up with pointers that don't get rewritten, which causes crashes. It jumps to the wrong place. Um, so with this change, we can now basically say, hey, decompiler, I know that this is code. You need to decompile this and recompile it with updated address. So that'll give us the ability to edit a lot of the scripts that are currently uneditable. Um, and that's been really holding back some of the mods that Icarus has been trying to work on. He's also been working on the no dart issues that cause crashes with us, and there were certain bosses that we just weren't able to actually edit before, and we will be able to do that now. So that'll be very nice. It'll be really nice to be able to play through the entire game without dart in the party, without having to worry about any of that stuff. I think my connection might have just dropped. Looks
Yeah,
like we're back now.
yeah, you did. You dropped for me for a few seconds. Um,
Looks like we're back now.
yeah, the Lohan script I was talking about with Icarus can probably now be decompiled.
Yeah, most likely. And I also fixed patched the issue, making it so that it couldn't actually decompile if the wrong number of arguments were there. So that's two major things that were really holding it back. So we should be able to push this a lot farther now. Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. It looked like I actually might have disconnected from the internet for a minute. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't hear you on Discord for like 2 seconds, but it was quick, so I thought it was just me.
Yeah, I think we're all
And
good.
I saw YouTube buffering.
Yeah, I was even buffering on in the like YouTube studio, so something must have disconnected. All right. Well, I think with that, we'll probably end it here. I'm getting pretty hungry, and they've brought me home some, so definitely looking forward to that. Do you have anything you wanted to say before we go, Zectronics? Any
Enjoy the madness that's coming in RB3 with Dramon
Yeah,
and Hell mode.
we're gonna be pushing this way further. Hell mode is coming, and none of you are ready for it. Does anybody have any questions before we go? Yeah, I think doesn't look like anybody has any questions. So thanks to everyone who tuned in, stuck through for our experimentation. We're going to be doing some more of this kind of thing next week too. I think if Zachronix is up for it. Kind of paving the road for some more modding API updates and null mode features. Got a lot of interesting stuff coming, a lot of script mods coming, some very interesting stuff that Icarus showed off to me the other day. I'll just say another brand new game mode, this time going even further than the DDR / Guitar Hero mode that he made for April Fools. So yeah, keep an eye out for what's going on there. Big thanks to all of my Ko-fi supporters. Unfortunately, I don't have my list here, but thank you so much to everybody who subscribes monthly, to everybody who is the one-off donations as well. If you'd like to support me or my projects, you can donate at the link in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And yeah, have a good night.